Hey guys, Jason87 here. I'm just gonna go right straight to the article and then just give my own feelings on the matter. I think it's better that I just hit right straight diving on in. It says here, this article it says in the main topic below, given by Mike Crumpspolz. Giggling teen flips judge the bird, judge not amused, and you will find out why. Because frankly, it's stupidity at its much worse. This happened in Miami, Florida. So let's begin. According to the NBC Miami, 18-year-old Pinopio Sotos was in court to face charges relating to possession of Xanax, a prescription drug. Judge Rodriguez was in the process of setting her bond. He asked Soto, suit, I believe that is Soto, yeah, Soto about the value of her jewelry. Soto laughed. That was strike one. The article also goes on to say that the judge said this is not a joke. You know we're not in the club now. Rodriguez comment, um, we're not in the club. Be serious about this. And I'm gonna say right there, when the judge says something like that, you need to be serious and um, you need to basically give it attention in an appropriate manner and have to be aware that this is not a game. Soto replied, "I am serious about it. You just made me laugh. You just made me laugh. I apologize. Is worth a lot of money." Now, before I go on, right there, that sentence right there tells you how immature and how unaware the situation is that she had gotten herself into. I don't know if she's facing a misdemeanor. I don't know if she's facing a felony. I don't even know if she's facing a violation. I don't know the laws when it comes to abusing these type of drugs in the state of Florida. It could be serious. It could not be serious. Only people who live in Florida and knows the laws in and out in Florida can actually tell for sure. The article doesn't say much about the charges, whether it's a felony, violation, or a misdemeanor charge. With that being said, no matter what charge it is, big or small, you never take the judge as a joke. Ever. Those guys have the power to take your freedom away. That's why they're called judges. They're not there for a comedic party. They're not there to say amusing words to make you laugh. They're there to do a job, and it's a very serious job. And if you're a defendant or any person who is facing that person for any reason, you want to be aware that these guys are no joke, especially when it comes to your freedom. So to say something like this over something that was simply asked of the girl. Let me go back and say what the judge asked. He only asked about the value of the jewelry. What was so funny about that? It wasn't. The judge said, like what? Santos compared the jewelry to a wealthy rapper. She replied that the jewelry is like Rick Rose, is worth money. Again, not the question he asked. He asked the value. She could have either said how much she have paid for when she bought it, or simply say I don't remember at the time, and just give a rough number. Either way, she didn't answer the question. This is not a game. This is not a game at all. And again, she is showing that this is something to be proud of. It's nothing to be proud of. The preplex judge asked if Soto had taken drugs within the past 24 hours, in which he answered actually no. The judge sent Soto's bond at $5,000 and said bye-bye. Soto chuckled and said adios. Strike two. Oh boy. Again, this 18-year-old young woman, obviously doesn't know who she's standing in front of. You don't make stupid comments. You don't take things as a joke. You don't make sly remarks. You don't do anything that's going to give the judge a negative light against you. This is what happened. The judge summoned the girl back and raised her bond to $10,000. The whole courtroom actually gasped. The girl asked if the judge was serious. The judge was not known for humor, which she should have known from the beginning. Rodriguez is no exception. I am serious, he said. Adios. Making you know that what got you, that smart remark that you just said, got you $10,000, cost you $10,000 more to get out of jail. Congratulations. This judge is going to remember you for a long time. Oh, but it doesn't end here. Oh, trust me, it doesn't end here. Makes me wonder where her defense attorney was throughout this whole ordeal. But Santos wasn't done yet. Instead of leaving the courtroom quietly, without saying anything else, he gave Rodriguez, the judge, the middle finger and says, F you. Pretty much a double F you. That's what he did. And that was strike 3. Because this whole sentence ends with Santos was again called back and then sentenced to 30 days in the big house for contempt of court. Way to go. I would have put this on my weird and dumb file, but to me, it's just not even worth it. $5,000, $10,000, then later on 30 days in jail. Congratulations for pissing off the man who has the ability to take your freedom away. You did a wonderful job representing yourself in that courtroom. What's ironic is, and yeah, I have a link to this article. You can read it. You can actually see the girl's face. You should have seen how surprised she was. Well, she shouldn't, because she was being a small aleck from the very beginning. She wasn't taking the judge seriously, which is your first mistake. And then when you realize the judge was not playing games, you let your emotion, your anger, which, by the way, you have yourself to blame, get the better of you. And I have to ask again, where the hell were her lawyers? Did the lawyers not talk to her and say, listen, you're going to the judge, don't say anything. If he does ask you something, respond with a yes, no. If you know how much something is worth, then kindly explain how much it's worth. If you don't know, just say you don't know or you don't remember. That's what lawyers are for. They're supposed to be like represented. They're supposed to give you advice when it's come to this situation. How to talk, how to present yourself, how to stand, how to face the judge. It seemed like the lawyers didn't really had consultation with her because this happened. And I'm not blaming her defense attorneys at all, whether they're legal aid or pretty much paid attorneys. I'm not blaming them all. It's her. It's an attitude. She really didn't took this whole thing seriously. And that was a big mistake. And the last thing you want is for a judge to remember you. Especially when it comes to a situation where you could be facing serious jail time. The last thing you want is that judge to sit there and say, well, I remember you did this when I was here. You show no respect, no remorse for what you did. You have no respect for yourself. So guess what? I'm going to sentence you to this, this, and that. Oh, jeez. 18 years old. Trying to be a smartass to a judge. That did not vote well at all. It will never vote well. And the thing about it is that no matter what the age, and a lot of people are saying she's young and she probably doesn't know better. First of all, she's in the age where she should know better. Two, even if she was young, or it doesn't matter, because I know for a fact there are 15, 16, 17, 13-year-olds in prison right now serving life sentence for whatever. The court system of don't have sympathy for crime-related issues of any kind. You don't believe me? Look up the stories of how a child is actually facing life, double life in prison. His life is over. His freedom is gone. We'll never get it back. The point what I'm trying to get here is that in certain situations, this is one of them, you need to humble yourself. If you got arrested for something, the last thing you want to do is give a judge a impression that you're a punk or thug who doesn't care for anybody else, including themselves. Like I said, the first sentence, the second paragraph in here was that she laughed when the judge asked the vie of a jury, what was so damn funny that what he said? It was a simple question. You laugh at a simple question like that, it tells a lot. That alone says a lot. It says that you're not serious about the situation that is before you. It also said that you take everything, whether serious or not, as a joke. And not everything is supposed to be taken as a joke. I really don't understand how she thought this was funny. I really don't. The judge even told her, when the judge told him right straight up right there, this is not a joke, this is not a club, he's not your friend, and he told her to be serious about this, she should have straightened up right there. She didn't do that. Yeah, she apologized, but it's kind of hard to say that she meant it when the judge asked again about the welfare of the jury, and he's just going around talking about rappers and it's worth money. You're not answering the question. Here's what she should have said. It's worth this much money, or I don't remember, it was a long time when I bought it. Or let a judge do the talking, which is something that she should allow the judge to do. Unbelievable. Yeah, other stories like this I've seen, but this is one of them that I just basically just shake my head. Just shake my head. And I know she's upset at the judge. The judge hate me. The judge didn't give me a chance. He was disrespectful. All that stuff is probably running to her head, except for her own actions. How she approached the judge, how she represented herself, how seriously she took her charges, big or small, no matter what. She showed no respect to the judge, and she definitely showed no respect for herself. Now maybe the 30 days in the big house will finally straighten up and give her a dose of reality that this is not a game. Maybe this is what she needs to realize, that hey, you need to come in this courtroom, you need to be mature about the seriousness of your crime, and answer the questions in a direct and respectful manner. I'll leave a link below. I'd like to know what you guys feeling on this. I really do. But before I'm concerned, whether she's 18, 16, 15, 13, there's no excuse for how she handled that situation. There's none. None whatsoever. She put herself in a bad situation. It made the situation even worse when she did that. And I gotta say is that if you think they don't have the power to take your life away in terms of your freedom, ask a lot of those young inmates, those young children who haven't even approached 17 yet, serving life sentences for crimes that they have committed. No matter what they are, they're serving life sentence. The courts have no problem sentencing our children to those kind of too harsh lives, 30 years, 20 years in prison. They don't have no problem with that. And this teenager needs to realize that. This is J77s saying take care. Looking forward to your comments. Talk to you soon.